Now I'm going to get straight to it. I've been trying to get this message out, you know, and it seems like, I'll just say the evil ones, they're working overtime, been trying to block this message. So this message is for whoever that can relate. I wish I can say that this message is for any and everybody, but if this message, resonate with you, then I'm talking to you. And understand every message, is timeless. It doesn't matter when you see any of these messages, you know, anytime it can relate to you, then these messages are from you, from source, I need you to know that you are very special, individuals, because you carry that cross on your back, you know. You are a Christ being. And therefore, the truth could be very strange, stranger than fiction, to know that, to have an understanding and an overstanding that there's evil ones, knew who you are, know who you are, knew who you are before you were born. I'm speaking to those ones that's on special missions. I'm speaking to those ones, like I said, that carry that cross on their back. Not everyone does. We all go through our trials and tribulation in this simulation and this existence. But for the ones, the Christ beings, the chosen ones, right? Everybody say that a lot. The anointed ones, the called, the star seeds, you know, light workers. There's so many other titles. We can go on and on and on. I speak to those real ones. Just know that you are assigned legions of demons, legions of entities, body jumpers, that were sent to distract you, sent to derail you from your ascension and helping in the upbringing of consciousness. There are a lot of distractions. Just like they speak of the 3-eye atlas. Now, that's for a whole nother video. I did drop a video about that, and I might be coming with part 2. But, I'm the kind of individual that I have to, I'm not going to believe anything. And I know when I speak to those real ones, they're not just going to believe anything. Study to show thyself approved. The enemy used many tricks. The enemy is not to be taken lightly. The enemy has mastered technology in this simulation. So just know, if you a person that's going down that narrow road, you carry that authenticity, that individuality, you just loving yourself, being who you are. They envy you for that along, amongst other things. You're a heavily watched individual because for many different reasons, the devil know who you are, and people are infatuated with you, fascinated with you, and they wonder how you keep even making it when they know. Even some of the gang stalkers and the opposers, they know. They like, man, we doing everything and almost pretty much anything that we can to break this person. And they wondering how you just keep coming back. You keep, being relentless. You keep, letting the hate motivate and inspire you to create. It's not easy being the kind of individual that you are. So just know, you're not alone. And again, I can't stress that's enough, because a lot of times we go through this thing we call life and we feel lonely. We feel attacked. We feel, hindered. We feel blackballed. We feel shadow banned. We feel, hated on. We feel misplaced, and it's the universe testing you. See, the gods, the cosmic mother, the great mother, the cosmic mother, they wouldn't put you through anything, any obstacle, any hardship, you know, any mistreatment, any, you know, spiritual attacks if they knew you couldn't handle it. Not many can handle. That's why it's only a few that are chosen. Many are called, but a few are chosen, you know, and this curse is really disguised as a blessing for you to, not only unlock that dormant DNA, but to become who you came here to be. You know, we all started off as the seed, and we grow. You want to elevate, but just know you got a lot of haters that don't want to see you elevate. They don't want to see you happy. They want you to be, a poor righteous teacher, or even worse. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting certain material things and having that. But I speak to those real ones that know life is way beyond a material thing in this material realm. You know, you're going to have people attacking you. You're going to have, people hating on you, whether you're working, trying to work, you're in business, for you, anything that you do, especially, working a regular job type of setting too. It could be very stressful for anybody, but especially you, because you just definitely don't fit into those type of atmospheres, those type of, environments, even though there's a lot of certain individuals with a lot of talents, a lot of gifts. But unfortunately, in this matrix, sometimes we are forced to do things that we may not want to do, and we still searching on trying to unlock and go into business for ourselves, or make a living even off your talent. But again, it's way beyond just, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to get rich, I'm trying to do this and that and this. See, that is the matrix mindset. That is the devil mindset of this world, selling your soul for material things and fortune and fame. See, they know you won't do that. That's the reason why you're one of the biggest reasons why you're constantly, attacked too, because you refuse to sell your soul. You refuse to just let anyone talk to you or mistreat you any kind of way. You're going to stand up for yourself. And you do the same to others. You treat people with respect. But when they start disrespecting you, when they trying to talk down on you, you feel that energy. And sometimes that energy turns into rage. You definitely got to be careful with that too, because your rage is like no other. When you get mad, you cause things to happen in the atmosphere. They know. Look in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's, you know, you are constantly being watched. They're watching you, they're watching you, you know. You are the star in this movie. You are the main character in this movie that you call life, that we call life. So just know everything is going to be all right. You have the power to overcome anything, any hindrance they trying to put you in your way. You're going to overcome it. You're going to exceed, but it's not going to be easy. Many failed, but you won't. Keep going and know there's nothing you can't accomplish. You are the one. Let the hate motivate and constantly, inspire others to create. Like, comment, and subscribe, share. Turn on your post notifications. Hype up the vids, let me know what you would like to hear. Stories. I got story times. I got a lot of different things, but just support the channel. I know it's a lot of haters, but that's okay, because any negative energy sent your way, any negative energy sent my way, the boomerang effect times 10. I'm out. Triple ones, the God. I own us 13.